Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I apologize for maybe destroying your ears there. We just finished Cat Got Your Tongue on the last episode. Let's get into Demo Man here. Let me guess, Fetus in a Jar, Remote Detonator? That appears to be what we have at our disposal here. Fetus in a Jar, Remote Detonator. So this is Demo Man. If you'll allow me to write this down shorthand in my 19th century leather-bound book. That's a joke, by the way. These are neon orange post-it notes. I'm not necessarily at the literacy level to require a 19th century leather-bound book. How do I feel about this run? Well, it's a crapshoot, basically, is how I feel about it, because I know that Fetus in a Jar is no longer regarded as an item that is any good at all, and I've only had it show up once. And when it showed up, I didn't like it at all. I got it as a Zazel, and I wouldn't say it ruined that run, because I think we ended up winning in nearly record time, but it's because we started, A, as a Zazel, and then B, right after, I'm pretty sure we got, well, we shouldn't have, item rooms here, right? Not that I need to rush, but anyway, we'll take a look around the floor. Basically, I ended up getting the Fetus in a Jar and was like, oh, this is really shitty, and then in like the Deal with the Devil on the next floor, I got Mom's Knife, or the item room on the next floor, I got Mom's Knife, and I was like, okay, well, we're actually set then. The good thing about Fetus in a Jar Remote Detonator is that I can set off the bombs as soon as I want. Of course, oh my god, that black market could actually end up being super good, or not useful at all. We'll see. Puberty's meaningless. Not in real life, of course. Tears down kind of sucks. Full health. Alright, that's not so bad. We'll see what we've got down here on this black market. It is a free chest, which should be very easy for us to get, at least. It's not a black market. This one is just a weird little cavity thing. Honestly, I don't see why we would want the matchstick. It seems to me like we would want to diversify as soon as possible, so we'll take safety cap, even though we haven't really, you know, had an extraordinarily confidence-inducing assortment of pills thus far, and we'll see who we end up fighting here. But yeah, I don't know if I actually finished saying what I was going to finish, but Remote Detonator is sweet because it does allow us to explode our bombs a little bit earlier. I think they also explode on their own. Yeah, they do. If I don't hit the spacebar, they explode after like 4 or 5 seconds. Well, 2 or 3 seconds, to be honest with you. But we can also choose to blow them up a little earlier, which I think is a pretty useful course of action. Makes it a little easier, because the problem with Fetus in a Jar is that it's hard to time when the shots are actually going to go off and work. If you can just blow them up yourself when your bombs are close to an enemy, that seems to, you know, make your whole life a lot easier in the process. As you can see, though, we're not doing a staggering amount of damage here. Previously, Pin, if you had Fetus in a Jar, Pin probably would have died in one hit. Now, Pin has been buffed a little bit, but Fetus in a Jar has also been nerfed, which is why this is actually going to take us probably longer than you might have expected here. We'll head down to the next floor. I mean, I believe that the changes to Fetus in a Jar still make it, and I say still even though I'm not sure if this actually was how it worked in vanilla, but they make it so that your bomb damage scales with your actual damage stat. So we are on pace to get Deals with the Devil here. And if we get Deals with the Devil, Fish Head may or may not be better than Safety Cap in this case. I'm probably more inclined to go with Safety Cap. Just looking for a Tinted Rock up here, because you never know how important that may be. That's a little bit of damage. Again, I'm operating under the assumption. I think I've seen some people tweeting about Fetus in a Jar and being like, well, Fetus in a Jar sucks, but at least it does give you... I'll open it. Yay, that's really good for us right now. But at least it does give you, like, scalable damage. Which may or may not end up being important at all, but we'll see. So I'm very, very happy to have Goat Hoof. That'll allow us to get every single... Pill? No? Oh, yeah, we did. That'll allow us to get every single Deal with the Devil that we conceivably can. Does this actually work? No, okay, thank God. Thank God it does not, because I did not want to deal with Are You a Wizard bombs, but anyway. The visual effect will remove itself shortly. I had a feeling that might be the secret room, and indeed it was, and I think we're going to end up finding that that Eternal Heart ends up surviving. Larry Jr. should... Excuse me? That did no damage? Maybe this guy just doesn't have a health bar that shows up. Conceivably, double Larry Jr. here should be a lot easier than Pin, just because it has a lot less HP. Alright. Get an HP upgrade and to Deal with the Devil. Now, what do I want here? Well, let's look at what we have. Do I want to pick up Guppy items? 2 hearts for Guppy items? If I became Guppy, I would generate... You know what? I'm going to do it, even though it might seem kind of ridiculous on a run where you already have fetus in a jar. Should probably, you know, take these flies with me. At the very least, or the very worst, this could just end up being a very expensive flying item. But I think that the flies actually will help me do some extra damage, especially when it comes to bosses who are going to be a lot tankier than the ones that we've faced thus far. I can't say that with 100% authority, but I feel like it has a reasonable chance for that assumption to be true. Now, we do also have Guppy's tail, so we should be getting a lot of keys, or sorry, a lot of golden chests. It's up to us. That was really bad. It's up to us whether or not we want to open them. The only thing you really need keys for on these challenge runs is getting to shops. But to some extent, I don't really care about getting to shops, because at least up to this point, our finances have not been conducive towards actually getting something out of them. I hope I don't end up regretting that Guppy decision drastically. Hey, Lemon Party's pretty good. We'll open this up. Well, we got a key back in return at least. And a Tears Up pill, so this is alright. Enjoying safety cap thus far. I really do, by the way, think that Remote Detonator makes this challenge not so effing annoying. If it had used the nerfed Dr. Fetus and also you didn't have Remote Detonator, it would be a pain in the ass, especially for enemies like those turrets. Those turrets in this version with Remote Detonator becomes super, super easy. That was the dumbest play I think I've made in a long time. Try to keep this black card alive just because we don't really have that much in the way of HP right now. Probably is. Oh my god, he lived. He is a champion. Isaac's Fork. Consume thy enemy. Now, I think we're better off with what we got. We're definitely not taking Broken Remote, by the way. We would teleport all the time. Now, I know some people actually think that that's a good thing. And I'll admit... Oh, such terrible damage. I'll admit I can see some situations where it might be, but I can't really bear the thought of doing that myself. Take some quick look for secret rooms and whatnot here. Okay, that's our regular secret room, obviously. Sack of pennies will make it a little bit more viable for us to go to shops in the future. We'll continue exploring here. This is a pretty big deal with the devil opportunity for us here. There's many different kind of outcomes for us that could end up being very positive. For example, if we could end up getting another Guppy item, I assume... That didn't kill them, huh? I assume that that would be very positive for us. If we picked up like a mom's knife or something like that, that would be stupidly positive for us. Why did I move into that? Like, thank God we got Goat Head, so I actually don't have to worry about taking that damage so much, but still, that's pretty dumb. Anyway, we should be coming close to our boss fight very soon. If possible, I would very much like to stack up our damage a little bit further. Not sure if you can hear that. That is the sound of my cats trying to break into my room. You can come in here. I love you guys too. Just give me a moment here and don't try to break all the plates on my desk when you come. It's my own fault for having plates on my desk. It's a bad habit. Well, Duke of Flies, like even double Duke of Flies, even with our nerfed bomb damage, bombs are still pretty effective here, especially dealing with the riffraff that he spits out. But Lemon Party, unfortunately, is not worth anything here at all. With that in mind, we'll save that. Probably not for use against Mom, but like a difficult boss prior to Mom. Prior to Mom's heart, maybe? It's hard to say. Okay, we got 8 Ball, which is not very good, but does come with a tarot card at the very least. I'm not going to pick that up yet. It's in kind of a vulnerable position. And we get Spirit of the Night and 2 black cards. You know what? Even though it's risky, I'm going to take them. And I'm also going to let my cats in. Just give me a sec. Ruka, Tomo. What's your problem, buddy? You got 5 seconds, you come in? Okay. Here you go. We need to install like a cat door in my office. These guys are clingy. I like it though, I can't lie. Okay, so we did just trade a lot of HP. I apologize for that, by the way. We did just trade a lot of HP for the ability to fly and spectral bombs. Spectral bombs may or may not even work with what I got going on, but that's okay. I'm willing to give it a shot regardless. We're just going to look for our second secret room. Either way, like, because of our bombness here, I think we got a yeah, there you go. Just knock the cup off the table. Because we've got a pretty good damage base here. Like, we're not doing a lot of damage, but we can do that damage easily, if that makes any sense at all. I'm not overly concerned about our situation. But at some point, maybe like, you know, now, we're going to want to stop. Where the hell would our second secret room be here? We're going to want to stop trading HP away. And instead, you know, actually try to bank some of it, which might be nice. Let's see what we've got in our shop. Piggy bank, battery, spirit heart. I'm going to buy the spirit heart. Just to guarantee our survival, or at least give us a pretty good chance to guarantee our survival on the next floor. And I didn't want to, you know, basically battery's not very good with Remote Detonator, and I'm feeling like I'd like to stick with Remote Detonator for the whole run, unless we get such high damage bombs that I can make some misses and it won't really matter. Did I? Okay, it must be over here then. Yeah. Maybe an Eternal Heart? Ah, that's very nice. I appreciate that a great deal. Do our bombs go over rocks now, by the way? It appears that they do. That's actually a pretty useful thing to know so that we can place them better in the future. Speaking of which, why don't we, like, try to blow that card out of the way there. Hermits. I think Lemon Party is actually better than the Hermit in our case, at least if we're not low on keys. Okay, so things are getting interesting now. I think we will check this out. I hope it's not a dice room, because I don't really want to reroll this run. 2 keys for 10 cents is, I would consider it an acceptable trade. I mean, it's pretty much like flat market value for keys. 5 cents each. Now, we're just oh, wow, lucky us. Mostly looking to survive. Could have saved keys and spent 0 bombs to come in here this way, I guess, but whatever, what's done is done. Yeah, mostly just looking to survive this floor, but, you know, every floor survived is another deal with the devil. At some point, I'm assuming that we're going to be guaranteed to fight Krampus. And that's okay. I mean, I don't know how Lump of Coal would actually affect us, but Krampus has said we can make a decision whether or not to take it. It depends on the damage of our bombs, you know, like, I would really love to, keep Remote Detonator, as long as it's prudent for us to do so. These rocks or like blocks here are really annoying. Full health. Is it better than Lemon Party? It's got better long-term prospects than Lemon Party. Any moment now. Yeah, it's got better long-term prospects than Lemon Party, but that may or may not mean anything. Broken Ankh, I don't love it, mostly because I don't understand it. Okay, I almost hit myself with that. These guys take 4 bombs, which is actually kind of ridiculous, considering how overpowered Dr. Fetus was earlier. In the last game, I should say. Might as well use the world card on this floor, because I'm either taking full health or Lemon Party down to the next floor. Even these guys taking 4 well-placed bombs is pretty impressive. Once I get down to the ooze state, it's a little easier, but I'd really like to get like a Mr. Mega or something like that. This is actually fine. I welcome the greed fight here. Sort us out financially for the rest of the game. That was bad damage on my part. That's okay. Problem with hiding behind the rocks with Fetus in a Jar is that, you know, they won't be rocks much longer if you keep doing what you're doing. Alright, well, we go down to our boss room here. Let's take a quick peek for second secret rooms, and we found one, and it's yet another Eternal Heart. I can't stress enough that we've gotten extremely lucky with those Eternal Hearts thus far. And were it not for that extreme level of luck, I would maybe not be dead, but I would find myself in a slightly harder position, that's for sure. Now, I'd really love to keep this Eternal Heart alive, so let's see if we can swing that. We'll be fighting Chad. In theory, Chad is a pretty easy boss fight for us, because we're consistently firing bombs. With our ability to fly, we're also real quick. Dodge around him super easily. I don't think we have a need to use Lemon Party here, so I think I'm going to actually save Lemon Party. Oh, that was bad. I think I'm actually going to save Lemon Party. Nice. And, I got very lucky to not lose my regular heart there. We will take Little Chad with us, my eternal heart, I mean to say, and, come on, just a free Guppy item. For once, we don't have to trade HP for it. Spirit Hearts, pills, Guppy items, okay? Don't love it. Pills, one of which is full health. Are you a wizard? And 2 Spirit Hearts. Well, it's not the best payout we could possibly hope for. I guess we're gonna stick with Lemon Party. Full health can be really, really useful, but I can't help but feel that maybe even against Mom, Lemon Party might be nice. So this is Necropolis 1 here. Again, we've been very lucky to continually stack up HP. How do I feel about this challenge run, by the way? It's tricky. In some ways, at least, it's tricky. It's trickier than the early ones, like Pitch Black. This is way easier than, like, Pitch Black or, I'm trying to remember, like, Head Trauma, maybe? I think we might have just barely won Head Trauma, so I don't want to talk shit, necessarily. Oh, good. Hey, Bob's Brain. Tell you what, we've taken a lot of Bob's Brain lately, and it has hurt me to the point where I'm like, well, maybe it's hurt me more than it's helped me. So I think on a run like this, where we actually can afford to get kind of close to our enemies, that was so bad. Basically, I don't need any help hurting myself on this run. I think I already hurt myself enough that we need to say, you know what, Bob's Brain, no, I'm not gonna let you do this to me today. I've been taking it a ton lately. That's okay, though. We'll avoid taking it right now. I don't think Isaac's Head is very good at all. Safety cap is not always incredible, but we do have that was very lucky. We do have a pretty nice assortment of HP working out for us, and a nice kind of pill rotation as well. So those two things in conjunction with one another make safety cap pretty nice, because the full health pill could end up being a big difference maker. Not overly concerned about Bicycle Helmet Man here. Walk into the spikes. That'll make your life a little bit worse. I hate that these guys have kind of like variable attacks now. Easy enough. What rune? Passage. Do you want to just see what it does? Oh, it opens up like a black market? That's pretty wild, actually. That rune could be a lot of fun. I believe you can use blank card on runes as well, so to use like a passage... Oh, God, it just skips you to the next floor. So I missed out completely on a deal with the devil in his shop. God dang it! I didn't think it would just... So it's not... It doesn't open up a black market, just so you know, in case you didn't follow that 100%. I imagine most of you did. That's a black market, though, presumably. We're gonna go through with it either way, because it's just ridiculous, but, it just uses the shovel effect, which is a little different than what I had going on. In my head, I was like, oh, free deal with the devil, basically, for some unusual items. That ended up not necessarily being the case here. Okay, let's see what we got going on down here. It's another non-black market, just a free curved horn, which I think I will take. The damage upgrade could be nice. Of course, you know, keep in mind, it could be entirely possible that I'm full of shit, and, this is really bad. Could be entirely possible that I'm full of shit, and, your bomb damage does not actually scale with your regular damage. If that is the case, I would be much better off with safety cap. No question about that. Lucky me. Thank God we got another key back there, because, I would like to go to the shop. I'm going to assume we're not going to fight greed here. Hey, that was really good. I wasn't... It's easy to say this in hindsight, but I wasn't going to go that deep on the blood bank. I was just going to go until I got down to like 1.5 and then pick up the 1.5 hearts that were in here. I'd be 1 down overall. That's not so bad. I wasn't going to go absolutely crazy. And we are lucky to be on a floor with skulls. Floors with skulls, actually pretty good for us. Tarot cards will abound, and also black hearts. The sun card is the full health pill that we just gave up, basically. One of these is full health, by the way, but we got IV bag instead. Unfortunate, but it's not like we need money for anything else, so we're not going to play it. Pheromones, and the other one is full health. If we have to use full health on this floor, we will. because we'll have a sun card to fall back on, but I doubt we will. It was looking kind of dire, you know, moments ago, but now it actually seems like we might be in a fairly okay position. Should pick that up. I don't know why I wouldn't pick that up. It's basically just, you know, either cockiness or laziness. I don't consider myself a cocky individual for the most part. Depends on your mom's knife, you know, flying guppy runs. Guess it's a little bit of a redundancy there. Yeah, you can get a little confident. That's half the fun, you know, getting a little smarmy when the game has handed you a victory. At least I think it's half the fun. But on a run like this, you know, trying to act like I've been there before, you know, this one is something that could go south fairly easily. Why is it? If you lived in the south, that must suck for you, right? People are always like, oh, this could go south. Wait, south isn't necessarily bad. Go south means, you know, I'm assuming that it's because it's down on a map, you know, and down is considered bad. And so people always, this is like the 100th episode of Isaac where I've talked about this bullshit in. But I'm always like, I'm going up to America next weekend. And then people look at me, you know, they take off their straw hat. Up to America? What are you talking about, mister? America is down from here. And I'm like, we live in a 3D space, motherfucker. What the hell are you talking about? America is down from here. Anyway, I'll be moving along here because this is it's a subject on which I've talked a lot about in the past, and I've realized a lot of people don't agree with me on this. They say, well, I don't really get it because America is down from here. You guys have a lot of serious thinking to do if you were part of that camp. That's all I can say. Now, we've been doing okay here. I did pick up the map. The map does, with some divination, allow you to have a better chance to find the boss room. It's not as good as the treasure map used to be. And I don't really love the idea that, you know, the blue map has kind of been spun out as its own item. But it's a necessary change, I guess, from their perspective to make it a little bit more balanced, I guess. The map was previously maybe a little OP. Anyway, let's find Mom here. I'm assuming this is not where we'll get the trophy. Good thing about Fetus in a Jar plus Remote Detonator is that we can get, like, multiple hits on these bodily segments. Which is actually pretty important because otherwise, Mom with Dr. Fetus can actually be a pretty tricky kind of conundrum to find yourself in. But with Dr. Fetus, or Fetus in a Jar and Remote Detonator, we can manage to get multiple hits fairly easily, which is not so bad. I mean, it's still a little bit of a difficult fight. We've hurt ourselves a few times. I'm not saying Mom's Heart's going to be easier, but it might be easier to land shots appropriately because we're going to know where the things that we want to hit are, you know? As of right now, we're kind of just... we've got to react... kind of responsibly to where adapt, I should say. React adaptively to where the danger is. One hit will do it here. I picked up the Polaroid, which doesn't really matter. And we'll take a look in here. Come on, Guppy item. I've invested in Guppy. Whoa, that was not something I should have done. Wow, just 3 bombs, huh? Alright. Well, fudge you too, Tony. We'll be heading down to the next floor. It's been a quick-ish run thus far. Curse of the Labyrinth, huh? Let's take a look at our map. I don't think it's going to be straight down. I think you got a really nice location far left, and I think you got a nice location top right. So let's start by going far left. It just looks a little too convenient over there, if you know what I mean. Looks like we're fairly likely to have some good stuff. Now, there are rooms worth sploding along our path here, or rocks worth sploding along our path here, I should say. And I'm excited to splode them. Just gotta be careful about it. There are tinted rocks as well. I know sort of what they look like at this point of the game. We'll see. Alrighty. No special rooms adjacent to that. Nor here. Ah, but this is good. Because there's a lot of special rocks here. So we're going to try to stay as far away from the resulting potential explosions as possible. But we can still get free HP out of those. Or a free item, actually. It's hard for me to justify not going into our curse room here. Because of our whole Guppy potential. But maybe I'll go to the boss room first. The first one's going to be Conquest. Actually, you know what? We probably shouldn't go to our curse room. Because I'm pretty sure after we fight, oh, that was kind of close. I'm pretty sure after we fight all these guys, we just win, right? Like, it's just over. So if we can beat Conquest and still be relatively well, that seems really good, because then we'll have Mom's Heart plus the Sun card, plus a reasonable amount of starting HP, maybe even full HP the way it's looking right now. Yeah, don't do what I did there. That was kind of dumb. I think we're going to pull out a fairly easy victory here, actually. I didn't really internalize that we were so close to the finish. But we are, I think. I mean, maybe this one will be one of the ones where you have to fight Blue Baby. Or Isaac, I should say, not Blue Baby. It's fine by me. Let's go fight Mom. Now, this is going to be... I wouldn't say this fight's going to be tricky, because that would fly in the face of what I said earlier. But I think it might be long. And it's really a shame, because the Mom's Heart boss fight with, you know, regular... I shouldn't say regular. Vanilla... Because regular and vanilla are very different things. Vanilla is the finest of the flavors, as the Bare Naked Lady said. But the Dr. Fetus versus Mom's Heart fight, or It Lives fight, in Vanilla Isaac was like the easiest shit of all time. Now, Teratoma is a little tricky. If we have to use our Sun card here, I'm not going to be mad. It's got to be done. I hope that Chubb stays the fudge away. He also does get hit by the Mom's Heart shots. Made a bit of a judgment call to get out of the way there, and it worked. Gotta choose when to dodge. I was gonna say... Oh, that's such bullshit. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll use our Sun card, because it had to be done. Make sure you're landing these shots in there as closely as possible. Mom will do a pretty good job of destroying those lumps for me. And the brimstone shots should be coming any second now. Going this way, huh? Okay, one more maybe? Two more? Okay, we lived. And we got the trophy, okay. I'll take it. I wasn't even gonna mess around with that curse room there. Chaos card has appeared in the basement. Alright, that was not so bad. That was a relatively easy challenge, I think. Next one is Cursed. I've been looking forward to this one. I'm pretty sure you take damage every time you enter a room. That seems terrible. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.